We are in Honor Court 5 in the Honolulu Memorial, the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. And we are here honoring a gentleman above me. The name you read, James W. Bolton, is a son of South Carolina. James William Bolton was born on 3 July 1920 in Goldville, South Carolina. His family settled to Newberry, just to the south. James went to high school and graduated from Newberry High School in 1938, where he was very active in sports, the International Relations Club, and the debate team. James' yearbook shares that he had a quick smile and an ever-present desire to help others. James was very devoted to his younger sister, Elsie Marion. She worshiped him. During the war, he knew he would not be able to make it back in time for her birthday in January 1944. He purchased a garnet ring for her at a jewelry store in Seattle and arranged for delivery. The gift arrived in Newberry one day after his death in January 1944. James was a giver. He was a caretaker. Jim Bolton enlisted in the United States Navy in November of 1939 and went ahead to training in Pensacola Naval Air Station in Escambia County, Florida. After basic training, he was selected for the Navy Enlisted Pilot Program. He earned his wings as a naval aviator in April of 1942, where he was assigned to fly PBY Catalina amphibious patrol and assault airplanes at Fort Glenn, Alaska, near Adak in the Aleutian Chain. He spent his entire military career flying in the Aleutians. James earned the Air Medal from the United States Navy in June of 1942 for his participation in an offensive against Japanese positions in Attu and Kiska Islands, American-owned, in the Aleutians. The citation was signed by the Secretary of the Navy, and it reads in part, "Under the most severe weather conditions of high winds, snow, rain, and fog, and in the face of persistent attack, Bolton, with conscientious devotion to duty, made repeated flights on tactical missions and displayed zeal and determination in combat against the enemy. His fine courage throughout was in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service." James was a giver. He was a caretaker. The weather on January 17, 1944 was recorded as low clouds, with blowing snow occasionally making it impossible to see anything at all. It was also very windy and cold. James Bolton crashed and burned in Massacre Bay on January 17, 1944, when he lost an engine on his PBY Catalina. There were no survivors. James had a fiancée named Lucy, who he planned to marry after the war. Lucy was stricken by this event, but she went on to marry one of his best friends and had a son. Lucy's husband and son were killed in a plane crash. She later contacted Sally Bolton and wrote, "Every man I have ever loved was killed by a plane." Behind me up the hill is a statue of Lady Liberty, and there's an inscription on the bottom with a quote from Abraham Lincoln. It says, "The solemn pride that must be yours to have laid so costly a sacrifice on the altar of freedom." James Bolton lived a life that mattered. He made a difference. With a quick smile and an ever-present desire to help others, he laid a costly sacrifice on the altar of freedom. James was a giver. He was a caretaker. Our nation is grateful, and we won't forget his sacrifice.